Heists aren't just for the movies. They've been happening throughout history, and some of the most daring attempts almost changed the world forever. Today, we're uncovering the greatest heist in history that almost worked, and trust me, these real-life stories are crazier than anything Hollywood could dream up. Stay tuned, because one of these heists was so close to success that it would have rewritten history. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And if you love wild stories from history, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into history's most daring heists. The ones that almost pulled off the impossible. From stolen treasure to escaped criminals, these heists had it all. Except a happy ending for the thieves, of course. But here's the twist. One of these heists was so perfectly planned that if it had worked, it could have changed the course of history forever. Let's jump in. Our first stop is 1963 in England, where I'm from. A group of thieves led by mastermind Bruce Reynolds pulled off the Great Train Robbery, stopping a Royal Mail train and making off with £2.6 million, which is worth about £50 million in today's money. They used fake signals to stop the train and overpowered the crew, grabbing bags of cash in under 15 minutes. The plan was almost perfect. They escaped to a remote hideout where they celebrated a little too early. The police found fingerprints at the hideout, leading to the capture of most of the gang. But what if they hadn't celebrated right away and just wiped the place clean? This could have gone down as the perfect crime. Next up, one of the most sophisticated heists in history, the Antwerp Diamond Heist of 2003. Leonardo Notarbartolo and his gang breached the heavily fortified vault in Belgium's Diamond District, stealing over $100 million in diamonds. They bypassed multiple layers of security, infrared heat detectors, magnetic fields and motion sensors. The vault was practically unbreakable, but they made it in using stealth and cunning. Everything was going perfectly. Until they got sloppy. Notarbartolo dumped a bag of evidence near his hideout, which led the police straight to him. If they hadn't left this trail, this heist would have been the biggest unsolved robbery of all time. Art lovers, this one is for you. In 1990, two men dressed as police officers walked into the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum in Boston and walked out with 13 pieces of priceless art, including works by Rembrandt and Vermeer. The heist was valued at $500 million. The thieves tied up the guards and spent over an hour carefully selecting which pieces to take. The craziest part is that they've never been caught, and the paintings are still missing today. This heist almost worked perfectly. The only reason it wasn't a complete success is because the thieves didn't realise just how hot these paintings would be on the market, so selling them became impossible. So they never got to sell them. The next heist was so outrageous that it would have changed the entire history of World War II if it has succeeded. Keep watching to see how close it came. During the final days of World War II, Nazi officers allegedly loaded a train with gold, jewels and stolen art, intended to hide their loot from the advancing Allied forces. The train disappeared into the mountains of Poland and was never officially found. Treasure hunters have searched for decades, and while the train's exact fate remains a mystery, some believe it was actually successfully hidden in a secret tunnel ready to fund the Nazis' post-war plans. If this heist had succeeded fully, it could have allowed Nazi leaders to finance underground resistance movements or escape to rebuild elsewhere. The impact on history would have been immense. In Brazil, a group of thieves pulled off one of the most audacious bank heists ever by digging a tunnel 78 meters long from a rented house directly into the vault of Banco Central. They made off with over $70 million in cash. They planned it meticulously over months, and it almost went perfectly. But soon, one member of the gang started celebrating too soon. Where have we heard that before? He started drawing attention to the group, and within weeks, the police were closing in because of his wild spending. If he had kept a low profile, the heist could have been an unsolved mystery. Instead, greed led to the downfall. So what did all these heists have in common? Meticulous planning, daring execution, and one tiny mistake that brought it all crashing down. It's a wild reminder that even the most perfect plans can fall apart, often due to simple human error. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on our next adventure into the past. And let me know in the comments, which heist do you think was the most daring? Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.